I'm just cooking breakfast. I'm putting up the stuff that I cooked last night. I haven't even posted. I did take a video and do a short. Last night I made well, that man had did some chopped beef and I just cut it up. Well, not chopped beef, he did brisket. So I cut up the brisket and made brisket sandwiches with we had some Fritos and I did like Frito pie type of stuff since it was Friday instead of fast food. Right now, I'm gonna make some type of breakfast. We got fruit. I cut up fruit every Saturday and Sunday. Like if I do at least one day on the weekend, I make breakfast. Um, we had some of these bones left over from last night, so I'm gonna make the kids breakfast sandwiches. Normally, that's what I do for them, some type of breakfast sandwich, like either with bread and bagels or whatever we had left over because they normally sleep in pretty late. So I just do a breakfast sandwich for them. So I'm gonna use these buns. I might do me a breakfast sandwich too. We have some brisket that's still left over. So I might do something with that now that I'm thinking about it instead of waiting. I'm gonna see what I do. I don't even have my mic on. I might need to go grab my mic. I don't know. I just decided to go live because I realized I haven't went live. Like I don't think I went live all week, and if I did, like one time. So I'm like, let me get on and go live for probably 30 minutes, not long. I'm gonna go grab my mic real quick. So we're gonna mic on now. So I'm gonna make. I'm probably gonna do like something with the brisket. I'm think now that I'm thinking about it, because at first I was going to do the I have some sausage, some bacon, and all that, but I'm like, we still got a good amount of this brisket that I cut up, so I might like do fried eggs and just make a sandwich with that for the kids and do the same thing for me. Because last week I enjoyed like we really like how I've been telling y'all we using what's in the house. Last week I really held myself to that. I didn't use nothing but what was in the house. Literally, everything that I cooked was stuff that was in the house. We improvised, and it felt good to literally. I used what was in the house. It was different stuff, and we survived. We survived, so that was a blessing. So I'm gonna make these breakfast sandwiches. Kind of put up the stuff that I used last night because I kind of cleaned up the kitchen last night. I ain't really cleaned it up. I was tired. Hadn't been feeling my best. Just with a lot of stuff, but we feeling back better. We feeling back better. But we moving, we grooving. We ain't letting the enemy get the victory. That we ain't gonna do. We say we rebuke it in the name of Jesus. Okay. So we have like a couple of dishes in the sink. I'm gonna put the rest of the ground meat that's in this pot in some Tupperware, and we got some cheese back there in the back. I'm gonna leave that sitting out. Maybe the kids will find something they want to do with it for lunch. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you. And I have to do my hair. I got the conditioner sitting on it now. The goal is for me to do my twist for church tomorrow. If not, we're gonna put on us a wig or something. But it's just been one of those weeks for me. We all have good days, bad days and weeks, months, years. But as long as we give God the glory through the storm, we just keep going, we'll be all right. So let me find y'all. We ain't got no. I need to buy me some more Tupperware. I don't like keeping Tupperware when they don't have a mat, like a lid to it and all that. So I run out of Tupperware really quick because I've been throwing stuff away. We ain't keeping it if it ain't got no lid. I just don't like to do that. So I run out of Tupperware. It's time to get some more Tupperware, all of those things. We're gonna put this ground meat in here, and if it don't get used, normally I find something to use it for. Like I've been really good, y'all, with not throwing away. Before it be really wasteful. I would be really wasteful. I would cook a large amount, end up throwing away a lot of food. Don't do that anymore. We don't be having a whole lot of leftovers. If we do, it's like I said, it's not a whole lot. So um I'm glad God got on me about that, like not being so wasteful because cook a large amount. You ain't got no whole lot. You bring a large family, and then you just wasting. You're wasting money. You're wasting your time because you're cooking too much. It's just so yeah. So, but y'all, it felt so good last week. Hi, hello, welcome in everybody. It felt so good last week. Like for real, I did not do an order at all. So I literally did not have any content for a grocery haul because I didn't order nothing. And I was like, am I going to be able to do this? But I was. And we had something different every day. It was amazing. And I'm like, can I do it again next week? Do y'all think I can do it again next week? I did see we had some more chicken wings in there. Now, my sides, the pantry, because I cleaned out my pantry, I revamped my pantry. So that was the hardest part, was just figuring out different sides that we can do and tweaking the sides. I did do a little order the week before for sides, but we got it done with what we had. And that was amazing. Amazing. I felt good being able to do that. All we did was did get the kids a little bit of snacks or whatever. So my thing is, if something is bought, it won't be as much. And I think just this where God has me at is discipline, being more disciplined, focusing on the needs instead of the wants. Also focusing on me and not others, not worrying about what others got going on, but worrying about what Camilla got going on. What are you doing? Don't worry about how it looks for everybody else. Worry about how it looks for you. Even if they step out of character, worry about how you can stay in character. Don't call them out on their stuff. Worry about how you look in yours. Let God handle everything else. So that's the season that He has me in. And you know what? It feels kind of good to be in this season because I ain't worried about nobody else. I'm worried about Camila and what God is doing in me. In a good way to stay focused on it is Proverbs. The book of Proverbs has gotten me all the way together. When God told me to get in the book of Proverbs, yeah, it got me all the way together because I was somebody who would always focus on everyone else instead of myself. Now I'm focused on myself. I ain't calling you out on nothing because God gonna take care of it. That's where I'm at with a lot of things. And a lot of people have came back to me and said, you know what you said was right. You know what? And I shouldn't have, and I don't do the whole I told you so because we all human. And that's something else that we have to realize. We're all human. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. We're all imperfect. So when people make mistakes, give them grace. We don't give people grace a lot of times. We don't hold ourselves accountable, but we expect everybody else to hold their self accountable. And hold yourself accountable. I know through this journey that God has had me in, I have realized a lot of things about Camilla. Camilla was very selfish. Camilla talked too much. Camilla, and I've done videos about it. Like I'll shout out my imperfections to the world. I don't mind sharing them with the world because that's me. And I will. Like I still talk too much. God still be calling me out on it, but I'm work in progress. I'm a lot better than what I am, than what I was. I will say, because when you're used to being something for so long, it's work in progress. You can't change something overnight. So always give yourself credit, extend yourself grace, and if the people around you are criticizing you, those are not the people that you need around you. If they're not seeing the little bit of growth and change that's in you, and they're constantly saying that, oh, you still doing and you're still this and you're still that, these are not the people that you need around you, because you want people to, any little bit of growth that you have, you need people around you that's encouraging you and saying, I see the bit of growth that you have, but also holding you accountable when you're doing something that you know you should not be, they know that you should not be doing. Because if we have people that's just allowing us to constantly just do the same stuff over and over and over and over and over, how are we supposed to change the behavior that we know is not correct and they know is not correct, right? And we have to also, like I said, step outside of looking at others and look at ourselves. Period. Period. Sometimes don't worry about what the other person is doing. Just focus on yourself. Even if you know they're wrong, focus on yourself. And that has helped me drastically. Just, you call me out, okay, it's fine. And that's the new thing that I do. It relieves a lot of stress. Just going to therapy, going to, working on myself has taught me, like, if I'm not worried about the next person, it'll help me heal within me. And if they don't see the error in their ways after so long, you gotta just stop. Don't focus on it. Focus on you, your growth. People are, y'all have to remember, like, the way society is now, so many people are having strokes and heart attacks because we're worrying about things that we can't change. If you can't change it, don't worry about it. I mean, shit, we can barely hold ourselves accountable. We can barely change the things within us, so we definitely can't change the things within other people. So you can't worry about what other people are not doing. We can encourage them, but we can't force others to change behavior. Like I said, we barely can change our behaviors. Something that we're used to doing, we've been doing it our whole life. It's hard to change it. It's hard to, like, generational stuff that you just growed up with and all of that, those things. Like, I talk about all of that on my channel. A lot of times we are so used to things being done a certain way because that's how we grew up. So we just keep doing the same cycle of stuff. And that was what one of the hardest things for me to adjust to, was because I was so accustomed to doing things the way that my family did it. It was hard for me to change that. It was hard for me to stop doing a lot of things because my family did it. As a matter of fact, my oldest daughter, she sent me a video about how we eat as African American people, and it was a study, and she just randomly sent it to me. I think it was last week, and it was just showing how we cook greens. Which, if you're African American, you kind of know greens can be healthy, but we kind of tweak it and make it not healthy, right? We put all of the stuff in it to make it where it ain't even a vegetable no more. And now we're just eating it for a taste. And it was talking about fried foods, sweets and all of that stuff. And it even talked about fiber, where it's like why Hispanics and Black women we're the ones who really have a high number of fiber, which is mainly in our culture. And it was saying that it's contributed to how we eat. And heart attacks, high blood pressure, diabetes, it runs high in our culture, in our Black men, our Hispanic men, and things like that. And it's contributed to because of how we eat. And we're just so accustomed to it. We'll argue you down on how greens are supposed to be cooked and how we need to eat more fried foods and how it's on the holidays we have to have that, the dessert all of the time, and we celebrate with food. And it's hard to stop those traditions, because I know I still, baby, I'm a sweetie, so I love me some good sweets, and it's been hard to stop the traditions of the sweets. And so I get it, but that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of things is just we grew up that way, and we just have to stop the cycle from going, to make it where the next generation after us is better off. They're living better. They're not suffering like we are. Like, and I think for me, what made me really start looking at things is, and I was talking to my sunshine about this the other day, because I started my lifestyle change journey. And he was saying how he said I eat weird or something like that. He said something like that because don't nobody in the house eat like me. And I was telling him that a lot of the times now I eat for survival. Like I eat for the nourishment of my body. I don't eat for the taste a lot of times anymore. And then my taste buds now they're accustomed to it, so they like the stuff. Like I enjoy eating it, and I had to change because it had got to a point where my body was not right. My knees were hurting. I remember my ankles had started to hurt, like when I was because I was a teacher, and when I would go to work and stand on like be on my feet because I was a preschool teacher. My it had got to the point where my ankle would hurt, my ankles would hurt, and the bottom of my feet would hurt. My one of my knees would hurt all the time. I would hurt when I got out of the bed. Like you know how you do, you can't just pop right up. You have to get up real slow. My right hip would hurt. Like all of those things. Like my body just started to do stuff. And I also ended up pre-diabetic when I got my annual um, health check. I was pre-diabetic and I had low, like I ended up on blood pressure medication. It was a low dose, and then he was telling me it's not. You really don't have high blood pressure, but it's about to get there. So we're gonna go ahead and put you on a low dose and all of these things. And when I first got put on the blood pressure pill, I wasn't even like that. Didn't really affect me. It was like okay, but when the pre-diabetic, that scared me because I know when you get that pre-diabetic, it's like I just automatically thought about okay, if I get a cut, you know, all the things that come along with being diabetic. So that's when I really was like, okay, we have to change some stuff, and just how I started feeling more sluggish, and how, um, you know, I didn't like how my body was feeling either. Like I said, like just the aches and the pains, and I know that just kind of come with age, because I always be like, shoot, the human body is like a car. You know, after so many years, you know, you got to get tune ups, you got to do all of these things. And we also just got to change the stuff that we once did. We got to stop doing it after a certain age. And sometimes we be in denial. Y'all, look, I know I be in denial. I'm thinking I'm still in my 20s until that body gets to saying, girl, no, you can't do that no more, you know? So, that's what really made me just change it. And I thought about it like I'm like I always wanted to be a grandmother. I wanted a lot of grandkids, and it's like how you gonna be here for your grandkids if you keeping these same habits, all because you want to eat fried foods, all because you want to eat the little Debbie cakes. And little Debbie cakes were my thing. Like I love me a good little Debbie cake. That was one of the things. I'm a sweet person more than anything. I could miss a whole meal just to eat sweets. So that was my big thing was sweets. And now applesauce is the replacement for that. Do I still eat sweets? Yes, but I try to bake more. And now I'm leaning more to baking from scratch. Like I made my first little cake the other day. I was nervous, but I did it, and it turned out really, really good. I only was able to get one piece of it because it was dug all out of. I don't know who did it, but it was dug out of. Like, so I only got one piece of it, but the one piece that I got, it was good. So I said I'm gonna start baking more cakes from scratch and stuff like that, and just trying. And it was really easy. I just looked up a little old recipe, and I was like, okay, it ain't as hard as I thought it was. When you able to just stay at the house and stuff like that, like you able to do things like that. And that's like I just been gradually making small moderations. I walk at least 4 times a week, 1 mile. Then I come in, I do my inside exercises, movement. Make sure I have my watch on to track how often I'm walking, because sometimes we can think just because we're moving around and we're active, like I do laundry, I do cook, I do clean the house, I do all of those things, but I still need my heart rate to get up. Just like when I was a teacher, I was constantly moving, but you still need your heart rate to get up. So you need to do exercises, right? So I'm doing all of that, and I do feel better. I do feel better just walking, getting out, getting the vitamin D in my body, all of those things. So yeah, I'm just talking. I'm rambling, y'all. Your girl love to talk, like I said, but I'm talking about stuff positive. Maybe I hope I'm encouraging somebody. Just get out there and do it. And it ain't about the size. It ain't about how you look. It's about being healthy. It's about feeling better. Because I definitely feel better. Like even when you putting all that negative stuff in your body, it makes your mind negative. It causes you to be negative. You have a bad attitude, like all of those things. And when you doing stuff like when you putting healthy stuff in your body, doing like vitamins and fruits and vegetables and all natural stuff, and it makes you feel better. It stops you from that negative mindset and all of that. So yeah, it really works, y'all. Try it for like a week. Give it a week and see how you feel. 1 week, and you won't go back. And if you do go back, you're gonna go back to doing right. I promise. I have had, where I went backwards and slid off, but I get right back on. And sometimes life be life, and then you just go back to those old habits. But just try it. I say just try it. And the biggest thing that I did was I literally prayed to God for my weight transformation. I did. I stopped taking it in my hands and I was like, you know what? God say ask him for the big and the small. Nothing is too large and nothing is too small. So one day I was like, I'm gonna ask him to help me with my weight because I'm tired of yo-yoing. I'm tired of the up and down. Like I wanted to be where if I gain 5 pounds or 10 pounds, I can catch it early and get back to being back on track. And that's exactly what happened. I gained my little 10 pounds and I caught it. So I'm back on track and I'm back doing it the way that it needs to be done. And it ain't for, like I said, the looks. It's more so just about me being healthy and being here and setting an example for my children, my child, you know, just setting an example, not just for my kids, for the world. Like, it's showing people if I can do it, you can do it too. Because I'm no different than anybody else. I've always been plus size. I ain't never been small. I tell everybody this, I was only small when I was in the hospital because I was a premature baby. I was born in July. I was supposed to be born in October. So that's the only time I was small. I tell people all the time, probably left the hospital overweight. So I've never been a small person. This is actually the smallest that I've ever been as an adult, the size that I am right now. So if I can do it, literally anybody can do it. And it's just being determined and being dedicated and stepping outside of my comfort zone and not letting others around me like influence me to do the things that I know I shouldn't do, and also being flexible. That's another thing. I don't deprive myself. If I want it, I'ma have it. That's one thing. But if I don't want it and somebody else want it, that don't mean I have to have it. Like I can make alterations. Like in my house, I don't force anyone to eat what I eat. I do try to in moderations. I do try to have my family eat healthy for the most part. But if they're having fries, I do me a sweet potato or something like that. So that's what I mean. And I'll see if they want it. Like my daughter, she likes sweet potatoes most of the time. So if I do me one, that's what she'll want. Sometimes she'll want fries, but sometimes she'll want the sweet potatoes too. But I just make I make small moderations for myself. So you can do that for yourself. And before I wasn't doing that. I was just whatever everybody else wanted, I would just do it for myself too. But now I just make those small moderations for myself. So um so I'm still being healthy. I don't know. Oh, it's in the room. So I'm still being healthy, but everybody else in the house is also getting what they want. So this morning I'm gonna make these breakfast sandwiches for the kiddos and get those together. I think I'm gonna make some brisket breakfast sandwiches, y'all. But I just wanted to get on and go live for about 30 minutes while I did these dishes. Before I started I'm gonna do the breakfast sandwich for the kids, and then I'm gonna make the other breakfast. Um, I was saying that I do breakfast sandwiches for them because they most of the time be asleep when I make breakfast, and I just make them a sandwich, wrap it up, and they can just grab it whenever they want to, like brunch, kind of brunch sandwiches is normally what it ends up turning into. So yeah, we're about to get their sandwiches going, y'all. But I just wanted to pick up because I realized I was like, you know what? We ain't went live all week. I gotta clean my stove. Like we ain't went live all week long. Um, but when I first came on, I was talking about how last week I challenged myself to literally use everything in the house that only use the things in the house. That was it. It worked well. We survived and we ate every day. I cooked every day. So we're gonna start on these sandwiches. I think I'm gonna use the skillet that's right here. Um, we have some brisket left over, so I'm gonna make a fried egg, melt some cheese. We got the brisket left over. We'll put that in the air fryer. Clean this out. We're gonna put them some brisket in here. Do a fried egg. I'm gonna do some onion for them, and yeah, so I'm washing the pan for the air fryer. I'm gonna caramelize some onion, do the brisket, do a fried egg, put some cheese on it, and toast their bun, and bam, they'll have their little breakfast sandwich. And then I'm gonna make a quick little old breakfast. And I'm probably gonna make me a breakfast sandwich too. I don't know. I don't have no I might have some bread. I have to see if I got some bread for me. I don't know if I do or not. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I'm gonna spray this so I can put the um brisket in here for them. I don't know what I'm gonna do for me. I have some chicken sausage in there. Oh, don't fall. I have some chicken sausage in there. I think I got like 2 pieces left. I really could put the chicken sausage, my little 2 pieces, but I could do some brisket too for me. It don't matter. We gonna see. We gonna work it out. We gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do this for the kiddo first. Get them out the way. Then while I'm getting them, they stuff together, I can be figuring it out. Right? Heat. Get that started for them, and it ain't gonna take me long to just figure out these little breakfast sandwiches. Like throw the breakfast sandwiches together for them. It's really quick. I still got to do the bottom of my like my floor of my pantry. We're gonna start with the onion, and then from after the onion, we'll do the fried egg. So I'm gonna get this little bitty cutting board. I gotta cut up apples. I do fruit too. With when I do breakfast, I do fruit as well. We have apples, strawberries, and grapes. I'm just gonna do apples for them kiddos because y'all they don't be eating the rest of the fruit good. I do the rest of the fruit. For us, we had some onion already in there cooked, but it's okay. We're gonna use these. They were sitting there. We're gonna go on and put these in the let me get the spray. I think I want to just use the spray because it'll be easy. And tonight I think I'm going to do my boil for me. And the kids, if they want it, they can have it. If not, they can fix whatever they want. It's fine. Okay, we're gonna put this onion in. Think I'm gonna start cooking breakfast, getting up in the morning during the week and making breakfast. So I gotta figure out something. Maybe I can figure out like a little something to do for breakfast, like that will last. Like always, like make it during the week and like one day, like a meal prep. I don't know, y'all, but I feel like God's saying get up and make some breakfast every day. And I'm like, really? I don't want to get up and make breakfast every day. Let me get our bag for our trash. Do anybody get up and make breakfast every day? Any mothers? Well, dads too. Y'all can get up and make breakfast every day too. Okay, let me get the foil ready. And I just literally wrap them up. Okay, that's all of this foil. So that's all of this foil right here. And we got this. We're gonna see how this Walmart foil, great value foil, gonna work. And in there, we're gonna see how this great value foil. Normally we get the name brand foil. So we're gonna see what this do. Oh, it looks thick. Look like it's about the same, y'all. We might be on to something. Yep, it's pretty good. So we might be on to something. So we got our 2 pieces of foil for them. This is the onion that I'm doing now for their sandwiches. And then I'm just going to use the rest of these buns that we have. We ain't wasting nothing. We using everything that we have in this house. Moving forward, we using it. Won't not, waste not, won't not. That's what they say. I'm going to scoop these briskets over and we just going to use the pan for what we already have going so we can get our sandwich going. Normally I get like a paper plate, but we just use this little pan. Let me get the cheese. I think I'm gonna use the shredded cheese instead of the sandwich cheese because that's the first thing that we grab. So we could grab. Our onion is almost ready for these kiddos. Can y'all see how it's looking? I'm gonna put a little bit more of the spray butter. It's like it don't want to spray. There we go. And we got our meat in the air fryer. Then we're gonna fry our egg, toast our bun, wrap them up, and bam. They'll be good and ready to go. Normally I do hash browns, but I don't think we have any. I think I used all of them last Saturday. So we don't have any hash browns, so we're gonna work with what we got. Okay. Put that to the side. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do my buns, and then I'm gonna do the eggs. So we can start putting the sandwiches together. So we're gonna go ahead and do the buns before the eggs. And we just need 2 buns for now. Put those in. And see, we already almost finished, y'all. Don't take long. It don't take long at all. And your family had them a little breakfast. I might make some rice, like some breakfast rice. I don't know if everybody don't do that, like with the sugar and the butter and stuff like that. Because I gotta cook and do some bacon too. Um, and maybe some toast. Not for me though. I ain't eating it. So I might just do a cup of rice, bacon, the rest of the brisket. For me, I'm gonna do probably a sandwich. For me, yeah, fried egg, rice. So let me get this rice out. Fried egg, rice, um, maybe some toast. I'm gonna do my 5-minute rice, y'all, real quick. Fried egg, toast, bread, fried egg, toast, bacon, the rest of the brisket for me. I'm gonna make a sandwich for me as well, like I'm doing the kids. Um, cut up the fruit, and yeah, I'm toasting their bread. And I'm gonna give them, like I said, I'm just giving them apples because they don't be eating all the other stuff. And I just get them apples with a little bit of lime in a Ziploc bag, sit it to the side. Y'all will see how I do everything. Y'all will see how I put everything together for them. Matter of fact, let me get the apples. These apples are so small. Um, I think we get them from HEB. So I cut them up an apple a piece. Wash off the knife. And then I'm gonna take the bun out and put the egg in. And while the egg is going, I'm gonna cut up the apple. The buns. It's the buns. Come on low. Wipe. Give me a paper towel and wipe out my pan so we can do the eggs. Have the rice skillet. All you gotta do is get you a paper towel and literally wipe it out, and you'll be good and ready to go. Nothing hard at all. Put it on low. We're gonna spray it. And then we're gonna put our eggs in. I'm doing 3 eggs, 1 for baby girl, 2 for baby boy. Make sure the eggs stay together. Because normally I do them in a little skillet, but I'm doing them, break the yolk. I'm doing them together. Today I normally do it in a little skillet. Okay, 1 for baby girl and 2 for baby boy. Okay, and again, making sure the egg stays together so they separate. So they both get their whole egg. And he's getting 2, she's getting 1. Break the yolk on that one. They don't like, some people like their yolk, their eggs not all the way. They like them all the way. So I just break the yolk to make sure it's all the way done. And I'm making it a sandwich, so I'm gonna try to push his eggs close together so it can form a sandwich. And then I'm gonna season them. Let them do what they do. I have my eye on low. And this is just a quick breakfast. Sometimes I do something a little bit more that'll take longer. Sometimes I don't. When I don't feel like cooking breakfast, this is what I do. Some quick. When I do, I might be in here longer. I think I posted when I made like the omelet and omelet, like it was a little more this morning. It's I don't feel like cooking, but we gotta do what we gotta do type of day. So we doing what we gotta do, y'all. If you don't cook, I'm gonna put some shredded cheese on it so it'll melt instead of the sandwich cheese. Sometimes I do the sandwich cheese. We're gonna do the shredded cheese because we have a whole lot of it. And that's baby girls. And then once that cheese melt, it's good and ready to go. We're gonna flip baby boys over now. Now I'm gonna let his do to do a little bit more. Baby girls is doing good. I did her one. He's doing two because he eats more. She eats less. His is almost ready. I don't even know if y'all can see. It's almost ready. She likes hers fried hard, so I'm gonna let hers cook a little bit longer. And I'm gonna go ahead and flip him. I wanna wait. That ain't running the way I wanted to, so I'm gonna wait. She's good though. So we're gonna put hers on and give her some of these onion on top. And I'm gonna go ahead and flip baby boy. And he had a whole pan to himself. Put that on over there with it. Came apart a little bit. Good thing we don't work for no restaurant. It ain't gotta be all pretty. And it's a sandwich. When it's a sandwich, y'all ain't gotta be all pretty. You put his cheese on. Put his cheese on so it'll melt. Because this is what I notice if I don't cook breakfast. They'll eat you out of house and home. Like these kids plays no games. So it's like cook something. Like make them something. Or they ain't gonna play no games with you. Like no games. So that's one of the reasons why I'm like, let me go on and get up, do something. So this is baby girl's breakfast sandwich. We're gonna wrap her up. And she good and ready to go. And then I'll just put her initial on there so she'll know it's hers. His cheese is almost ready. When that cheese gets melted, you know that that's done. And cut up the apples. The apples are so small at HEP. We like green apples. Get the apples cut up. I'm just waiting for his cheese to melt all the way. And I normally get him one apple a piece, and sometimes I do other fruit, but today we just doing apples. I could have had my rice at least going, but that's okay. I don't know why I'm using this big knife like this, y'all. So not safe. Okay, I'm gonna take his egg out, y'all. Put it on top of his sandwich. He got a big one. There we go. And add his brisket on. Was it some more brisket, y'all? Oh yes, right here. Cause I'm like, I'm gonna go on and make me the same thing. Make his kind of meatier. Cause baby boy can eat. He's a growing boy. And he can go to town on some food, y'all. Okay. So this is his. Let me see if I can pick his up. Ooh, that's his sandwich. Can y'all see it? That's his sandwich. Y'all see the difference? I hope his closed up. The last weekend his didn't close. Or was it that one of theirs didn't close? It was kind of peeking out. It's closing today. Okay, now I gotta write their initials on it and finish cutting up their use this. Uh-oh. Cut up their apples, put them in a Ziploc bag, and get the seasoning on them. This is baby girls. Ooh, his is heavy. Baby boys. And we're gonna get the apples and get them going. Let me get a lime. See, a lime juice, and let me get the seasoning that I put on the apples in the Ziploc bag. My sinuses, y'all. Okay. So here's our seasoning. Cut that off for now. And we have one apple already cut up. So we'll go ahead and do this one and get it ready before it starts changing color, y'all. So this is literally one apple, like they so small. And then we put a little lime juice in it, like that. And like I said, they sleep in on Saturday, so and I let them just sleep. So I just pre-do theirs, and they just come and get it when they're ready. So like that. And you see, like hers has the L on it for her name, and then I just put it on top, and then she'll just come and grab it off the counter when she's ready to eat. And that's Saturday breakfast. I'm gonna use a smaller knife this time and just cut this up. For his, do the same thing. I'm gonna cut his up bigger. And y'all know I use a trash bag, not a bowl. Some people use a bowl. I use a bag because I'm like, the bag gonna go right in the trash. A bowl, that's more stuff for you to have to clean up. And girl, your girl be like, we ain't finna be cleaning up all that stuff. We ain't doing all that. If we can just throw the bag in the trash, that's what we gonna do. Okay. My trash is full though. I have to pull it. Okay. So this is his, sprinkle his lime. And this stops the apples from changing. And it actually gives it a really good taste too. But it stops it from changing colors if y'all didn't know that. They pack these. Well, this one is packed, so it gets stuck. Okay. So here's his apples. And here's his breakfast sandwich. Now, let's start with the other breakfast. I need a pot for the rice. I wish this little pot didn't have the cheese in it. I'm debating on if I want to clean it so I don't make more dishes. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just put that cheese in something. Wiping this out. Like I said, if you got a good skillet and you just remaking stuff, just wipe it out. Okay, so we're gonna get our bacon going. And I think for my bacon, I'm gonna do I tried the microwave technique with the bacon once and it worked well. So I think that's what I'm gonna do with this bacon. And I might do some sausage too on the bacon. Or just bacon. What y'all think? I don't know. I don't know. Or could I just put this bacon in this air fryer, y'all? And go on and get it on up out the way in the air fryer. I don't know. Or should I just do the microwave? I don't know. But what was I going to do? Oh, put this in something. Let me see if I can find a bowl or something to put this cheese in down here. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. You know what? I think I had saw. Yeah, I was like, I think I saw something up here. If I ruled the world, free all my sons. This was still kind of moist. Black diamonds and pearls. If I ruled the world. Okay, so we're gonna pour this in, pour the cheese in here, so we can use this for the rice, breakfast rice. There we go. And I'm gonna clean my I got some strawberries and some grapes too that I'm gonna also do with the apples for the grown folk that the kids were gonna eat. We're gonna clean that too. We get this pot washed up for this rice. I'm just gonna do 1 cup of rice is just one person. I'm not eating no rice, and rice is one of the things that I love, but we being disciplined. We're not going to have any rice. We're gonna have a fried egg and the rest of this brisket with some cheese. That's what we're going to have. I'm not a big brisket person, but we ain't wasting nothing. So I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And we're gonna eat it. Cause I'm gonna put the rest of it in the freezer. We had a little piece left. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in the freezer. The little piece of brisket that we had left, and maybe make some brisket nachos or something next week. I'll do some brisket nachos on Taco Tuesday. Cut up the little piece that we have left and do like brisket nachos instead of the ground meat, maybe. Because we had a little piece left. So we'll have that. And we have a lot of shrimp, so I do something with the shrimp, maybe a couple of days of the shrimp instead of doing ground beef. Because normally we do ground beef, so we'll do something different. And I'll do some rice, maybe get some, red and yellow bell pepper, like make it kind of like the fajitas with the shrimp. Well, I don't know because the man just did fajitas. I'll figure it out. We're gonna do some. I made a Mexican soup on Taco Tuesday last week. We'll figure out something different to do next week. We'll do some with that brisket though. On we'll probably do like I said some brisket nachos. I think I have a little piece of Velveeta cheese, and I think I have some Rotel in there, so we'll do some brisket nachos or something. We'll just need the chips, so that'll be cheap. I ain't never made brisket nachos before, but I'm sure it's simple. Okay, so let's get started on the next breakfast. I forgot to put the vid on here. How long I been on? Oh, we've been on for an hour, so I can actually get off and do this breakfast. The rest of this breakfast without y'all. So, y'all, thank y'all for cooking breakfast with me, the kids' breakfast with me, because that's what y'all did. Now we're gonna put the bacon in the air fryer, and I think it takes like 10 minutes for bacon to get done in the air fryer. I'm not sure. So we're gonna put the bacon in. I can do that with y'all. Wipe it out. We're gonna put this bacon in. Get our rice going. And yeah, y'all. Make sure it's enough room for all my bacon to go in. We're gonna make this bacon, make this rice, make these eggs, cut up this fruit. Well, clean the fruit, then cut it up. And yeah. And I think it's 10 minutes for the bacon in the air fryer. We gonna see. I don't remember the temp it gotta go on though. We're gonna play around with it, y'all, and see what it do. Mm-hmm. We sure enough is. And I'm debating on if I want to do some sausage too. We gonna see. But I'm gonna call y'all back later. Probably I don't know when, but I'm gonna call y'all back later. Allow God to be the navigation of your life. He will not steer you wrong. I love you, but most importantly, He does. There ain't nothing you can do about it but love Him right on back. I will see y'all later. Lord, Lord, Lord. He keep everything. Love y'all.